Good morning, everybody. Shiur Matan Torah Kedushim v'Atorim. We're standing now a few hours before Matan Torah, Chag HaShavuot, and I wish that all of us will get the Torah in a proper way, and the proper way is together. The whole Sfirat HaOmer, we counted the Omer, was the idea of building ourselves as a part of the whole, and we're going to stand tomorrow, Ke'ish Echad Belev Echad, like one in front of the mountain, the Sinai, and receive the Torah from the Kodesh Baruch. And talking about being together, united, is the asset of our parasha, and it's not by accident that it falls exactly before, it falls when we get the Torah. And it's written very interesting regarding the president, the princes of the tribes, that when Moses is finishing building the Mishkan, and Israel, the president of Israel, the princes come, the heads of the houses of the ancestors, and then bring a sacrifice. What sacrifice did they bring? 6 wagons and 12 oxes. And here's something very strange. Those are the princes. Why don't they bring, like from the whole the heart, each one of them 2 oxes and a wagon? Why 2 bring one wagon together, and each one of them brings 1 ox? What is this? What, a stingy? Don't they have the ability to bring something more? But here is something very important to understand. They come and they offer this sacrifice, and Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't even know what it's all about, and God tells him, you take it. And then later on there's another sacrifice, which is also very strange. But let's first of all finish with this one. What is the idea behind it? The idea behind it is very simple. It's like marriage. In a marriage you have a man and a woman connected together, and together carrying the carriage of life, the wagon of life, and building the Jewish home, the Beit HaYehudi, together with all the differences. And this is what the tribes were showing us, the princes of the tribe were showing us. They were showing us this is the way that Am Yisrael should be. By the way, it is not written which prince of what tribe went together with the other one. No, because this doesn't matter. What matters is that 2 got 1 wagon together, and each one of them put 1 ox, his personal ox, with the wagon, and 2 oxes carried the same wagon, showing us that each one of us, with his own talents, with his own abilities, is putting his abilities together with the other, and together carrying the carriage of life, together going through to receive the Torah. That's the idea of getting the Torah. With all the differences we've got, with all the things that we are, talent that we have, abilities, it's like a machine, like a lot of things in life. Even a salad. You don't do a salad from 1 vegetable. You have onions, you have tomatoes, you have cucumbers and other stuff, and then you put also salt and pepper. And by the way, it's very interesting, some of the salads you put salt and sugar. How can this be? Sugar is the opposite of the salt. Yes, but the combination makes a beautiful salad. And this is exactly the idea, to understand and realize that the differences between us, they make us. When we connect our differences like a machine that's got different parts. Like, for example, I sell furniture, and I get the package, and I open the package, and instead of 4 legs and the surface, I've got 2 tabletops, and sorry, not 5 tabletops, no legs. Can I build a table? No. Or I have 5 legs instead of 4 legs and the tabletop. And by the way, it's the same number of parts, but if they're all the same, I cannot build anything. I need 4 legs, and I need the tabletop, and I also need screws. And without those parts putting together, I've got nothing. And this is everything, like the army. The army's got different units. Imagine to yourself that the army had one unit. Could we fight? We need the soldiers that fight with the tanks. We need the soldiers that fly, the pilots. We need the intelligence. We need all the parts of the army in order to connect together to defend Am Yisrael, as we see now. We see now, by the way, this beautiful picture of all the soldiers fighting together. It doesn't matter what they think and what they do. They're together fighting for us, showing us this is the way. And why should we wait till we have problems in life? It's like, I've been in Tokyo a week ago, and it was very interesting there. When you go in the public areas, public transportation, you have to turn off your phone. You're not allowed to talk on the phone. You're not allowed to walk on the street with and talk loudly. You don't do this. And from the other side, by the way, there's no garbage in the streets. Streets are clean because there are no bins for rubbish. Nothing there. Like everything is sparkling. And when you look at it, it says, wow, it's beautiful. We should have something like this, like sitting in the bus and not talking. They're all connected to the phones with earplugs and doing whatever. All of them. It's unbelievable to see this, a picture. But then I thought to myself, is this what Am Yisrael is all about? Here, Snow is talking on the phone, but this gives us a feeling of life, a feeling of together, that we are a part of something, not that we are each one and one only individual. That's the feeling when you go on the train in Japan, that you feel everybody is by himself. They are not connected. But here, that's not the way we should be. We should connect with each other. And this is the main thing that we have to always think about. This is what the Nisi'im are telling us, the princes are telling us. Take your differences and put them together. And together we'll do whatever we do. Then we have another unbelievable thing. 1 minute, let's go before. We have the Kohanim blessing. יברכך השם וישמרך, יאיר השם פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא השם פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. And here is also something strange. It's in singular and not a plural. But the Kohanim or the Kohen are really blessing the whole congregation. So it would be in plural. יברככם. And not יברכך. יישא השם פניו אליכם. To you in plural, not in singular. But again, the same idea. Yes, each one of us is being blessed, but we are blessed when we are all together as one. That's why it's in singular. When Am Yisrael are together, united as one, that's when the blessing is working the best. And then another unbelievable thing. And we see that the princes are bringing another sacrifice. The idea is of Nathanael, the president of Shevet Issachar, the prince of Issachar. And look what's happening here. And here again, Moshe Rabbeinu is not prepared, and they bring the sacrifices, and then also something interesting happens, because you can bring the sacrifices of all the 12 tribes, the 12 princes, in one go. No, each one of us is getting his own day. And the first day, נחשון בן עמינדב לשבט יהודה, למטה יהודה, וקורבנו. Now listen to what I'm not going to explain it, because the idea is to understand and listen to the psukim. It's not one or two, it's more. And those psukim, the parasha is telling them again and again and again, word by word. וקורבנו, קערת כסף אחת 30 ו100 משקלה, מזרק אחד כסף 70 שקל בשקל הקודש, שניהם מלאים סולת גלולה בשמן למנחה, כף אחת 10 זהב מלאה קטורת, פר אחד בן בקר, עיל אחד, כבש אחד בני שנות עולה, סיר ישים אחד לחטאת, ולזבח השלמים בקר 2, אלים 5, דודים 5, כבשים לשנה 5, זה קורבן, נחשון בן עמינדב. Did you hear? Now this, I'm just going to read briefly the second one. ביום השני הקריב נתנאל בן צוער. קורבנו, קערת כסף אחת 30 משקל, זרק אחד כסף 70 שקל בשקל הראש, שני מלאים סולת גלולה בשמן למנחה, כף אחת זרה מלאה קטורת, פר אחד. I'm not going to go on. The same psukim again and again and again and again. And the Torah, we know, is very stingy with words. Each word, each letter, it's thought, everything's got a meaning. And here, 12 times, the same thing, again, to show us God is showing us the appreciation. God is telling us, this is what I want. I want, what is the idea behind it? Nathanael comes and he says, you know what, it's not enough to be united. We have to show God that we are the same. And there was, I always tell this, in Antwerp, when they make a Kiddush on Shabbos, this is a function, unbelievable. I don't know how, if today is the same, but in old times, it was like when I've been in Antwerp and I saw the Kiddush they made on Shabbos, wow, it's like a wedding, it's unbelievable. I'm not going to go into details. Now you have to understand, if you are part of the community, you want to be also the one who brings the same Kiddush as the others, or even better. You don't want to be the poor guy who brings like a poor Kiddush. And this caused a lot of people to go out and take loans in order to make a proper Kiddush. And it was really hard on those who didn't have the money. And from the other side also, everybody was showing off. One of the congregation, Hasidim, I don't remember which one, the rabbi one Shabbos says, that's it. From next Shabbos, the Kiddush is schmaltz herring, leikach, this cake, this white cake, and banana liquor. That is the Kiddush. Wow, the whole thing started up. All the rich people of the community said, no, this is shameful. How can we do something like this? So the rabbi told them, you see the door? This is the way I want it to be in my Beit Midrash, in my community, in my congregation. If it doesn't suit you, if you don't like it, there are other places you can go. Eventually, everybody was happy. Of course, the poor were happy because now they didn't have to go and take loans in order to have a Kiddush. Like, this was simple. Everybody can do it. But when the time went on, also the rich were happy because nobody likes to spend money for nothing. And here, when everybody brings the same, they didn't have a problem. So they were also very happy not spending a lot of money on a Kiddush. And the thing is that now everybody was equal from this point of view. And this was the idea of Nathanael ben Tzuar from the tribe of Issachar. He says, let's show God that we are the same. Doesn't matter if this tribe is richer from the other or poorer. We bring the same, exactly the same sacrifice. When God saw this, he said, this is what I want. This is, this Am Yisrael are together, with no jealousy, showing us that they are all the same. And this is something that we have to learn. And to get the Torah, to receive the Torah, this is the way. To understand that yes, each one of us has got his own agenda, he's got his own ideas. And at the end of the day, we are all one family. And we have to feel like in Bet Chabad, also again I'm talking about Tokyo, because it's to see it, it's to believe it and understand it. You know, there was, from one point of view, there were tourists. And like what Bet Chabad did, in order to supply food to all those, there were a few hundred people. They had this small kitchen, and I already talked about it. But the beauty was that not only they gave from all the heart whatever they could, and it was plenty and it was beautiful, they also accepted everybody. You know, there were people there that don't even know what Shabbos is. There were people coming on Shabbos with the rucksack or whatever, didn't know about that you're not allowed to carry things on Shabbos outside if there is no Eruv. There was even a girl that took out a phone on Shabbos. And well, we talked with a few of those who lived there, like very few, but everybody's got his own story, running away from something to the Far East, to Japan, and there they find a home. Like this what they say on El Al, Achi Babayit Ba'olam. This is like El Al, you feel at home. Everywhere you are, wherever in all the world, this is Bet Chabad. You feel at home, far away from home. It doesn't matter what you did and where you came from. We all sat together on Shabbos, singing and talking, and listening to Divrei Torah. And this is Matan Torah. This is the way to receive the Torah. To understand that not all of us are the same. And some of us also were raised up in a way that they don't even know what it's all about. But when we show them and tell them and teach them in a nice way, when we are here in Israel, we have to learn this. Why is it happening only when unfortunately there are troubles? Why do we have to be united when we have to fight for our life? Why do we have united when we are far away from home? Why can't we do this on a regular basis? Yes, I know. There are some people, and the parasha is telling us that take them far away as you can. There are very few, and they're making a lot of noise. And they try to separate us. They try to spread hatred and don't listen. Get as far as you can from those people. Because if we want to receive the Torah and to get this beautiful blessing of the Kohanim, be blessed with all those beautiful things, we have to be united. But united with the Torah. Without Torah, we are nothing. We need the Torah. This is Matan Torah. I hope and wish that all of us will do another step in order to help the others to see the light and take all the differences between us and carry together the wagon and come and stand כאיש אחד בלב אחד, like one with one heart in front of the Mount of Sinai and receive the Torah. All the best and Chag Shavuot Sameach.